Oh, that is sweet! Holy crap, that is awesome. I had no idea this was so cool.
It looks so good on the video too. Hey, Jake Sloan back with another video, and it's good to be back with another video. It's good to see you again, and it's good to be making videos a little bit more regularly again. I really missed it when I wasn't making videos. So in this video, I've always wanted to try some different types of photography. And if you remember, like a few years ago or last year, there was a lot of people doing steel wool photography, but something I never saw was them doing steel wool photography in or around a glacier. And fortunately, I happen to live right around a lot of glaciers. So I called up my friend Keith, and he and I decided to take a day and have an adventure. Got everything, got all my camera gear. Probably end up repacking it once we get there and kind of see what the weather's like, because it doesn't look that great right now. But I also got steel wool, string, a stainless steel whisk, and a lighter. And I'm just about to the coffee shop where I'm picking up Keith. And then we're gonna head down to the glacier and see what we can do. Ready? Now when we got there, we knew the weather wasn't going to be the best, and we kind of both were ready for that, but what we didn't know was that it was raining fairly hard and the wind was blowing 40 or 50 miles an hour. And even at 30 degrees with the wind and the rain, it was not going to be a very pleasant trip up to the glacier. The other thing was that they closed the road, so we had an extra mile to walk before we even get to the beginning of the trail, which is then about another 2 miles up to the spot that we wanted to go try and take these photos. I sure hope this is worth it. We better get some really good pictures out of this. Oh my God. It's right about now that Keith and I start asking ourselves why we keep doing stuff like this. Why do we keep doing stuff like this? Probably gonna look at this video later and all you hear is
We don't go hiking unless it's blowing 45 miles an hour.
yeah, a clear sunny day. Nah, why would we do that? Where's the challenge? Hey look, we made it to the trailhead. We're like 1/3 of the way there now. The wind died down up here, but the light's also going away, so it's getting harder to see where we're going, or if there's a giant hole like over there. Travel beyond this point, dangerous rock, ice, snow, crevasses. Look, it's our favorite sign. A warning to all those who come that they're gonna die. There it is. Getting closer. We're getting closer. The big cave. At this point, we're walking up the valley, and both of us are keenly aware that there's a really high potential for avalanches because of the way the snow had come down, frozen really, really hard, and then a lot more snow had come down on top of that, and now it was getting really wet and heavy from all this wind and this rain. And so as we're walking, just as we get to the entrance of one of the big caves, a couple of avalanches came down the hill.
Here comes another one, check this out.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't come ripping across this. We might want to dive into the cave.
Now my original idea for taking this photo is I wanted to get with the steel wool photography and get inside of this massive ice cave that I knew was up there. And unfortunately, when we got to the cave, we realized it was way too bright and way too much light coming down through the cave because the whole bottom of the cave had filled in with snow. There was just way too much light in there. We found a cave. We'll play around here for a while, dry off for a little bit, which is nice, and play around, see what we can do. We are gonna go down in there. So bright. Oh, we could probably shoot it right here. Dude. So cool.
It's incredibly strong.
There's just something that's really hard to describe about exploring glaciers from the inside.
Oh yeah,
Don't you say?
this is totally nuts.
It's just really hard to describe. The textures in the ice, and the fact that when you touch this ice, it's not wet, it's dry to the touch. It's just, and then you got these great big huge soft boxes that you can just light up and lights everything up. So much fun. And so terrifying at the same time.
Look at this.
Oh yeah.
This is all crap.
Dude,
But look at that.
look at that.
There's a waterfall down there somewhere.
And there's where we came from, way up there.
Holy crap, look at this.
Whoa. What?
I haven't been this far in a glacier before. It's creepy in here, but it's also extremely cool.
It's amazing, man. There's a whole waterfall
Right
right
next
there.
to a waterfall.
This is amazing. Like,
Look out where it's coming from up there.
it's way up in there. We are so far down inside of this glacier. What do you think? 500 feet down inside?
Oh yeah, probably. It's a big hole down here.
Huge waterfall. It's awesome. It's also a little terrifying.
It's pretty sweet.
Oh, that's sweet! Holy
Toast up,
crap,
Mike.
that is awesome. I had no idea this was so cool. Why haven't I been burning steel wool?
Why haven't we done this yet? The faster you go, the more sparks. Until the steel wool is done. Oh, this is gonna be sweet!
That is totally sweet, dude.
Alright, let's do some steel wool photography.
We
Alright,
gotta take a whole peck of that stuff down there.
so now that we know that that works, and we sort of reasonably sure what to do, we're gonna go down into the cave and try and shoot some pictures. What do you think?
Oh, it's gonna be
Back in this chamber?
It's gonna be epic in here.
So the question is,
Maybe if you can shoot from there, and I'll stand back here maybe.
over there?
I can get like a full arc from here. Probably.
Alright, I do that. I'm gonna go down low so I can get up.
Oh yeah. Okay, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Go ahead. Roll camera. You ready?
Yeah, rolling.
What do you think, Keith? That was awesome. So that's it. We're done. We got some great shots, we think. And now we're gonna climb up out of this thing and try and get home because the weather outside is nasty. Dude, I love the way the light hits that one little column there.
I know.
It's just this little pin of light. It's like, what the heck?
I saw that when I first came down here. I'm like, I really hope that thing's not holding anything up. There's a big crack in the side of it.
Oh. There was epic adventure into the glacier. We were way down inside of that thing, man. It was awesome and a little freaky, but now we get to brave this crappy, horrible, horrible weather.
Oh, I got ice for my whiskey.
Oh yeah, Keith's bringing a 50-pound chunk of ice home for whiskey, so
That's a lot.
there's that. This is
Refreshing.
refreshing. I say we take the shortcut through that big black scary hole. Why did we do this?
Why are we here?
I don't remember signing up for this part. God, that wind is cold and wet. Oh, thank God. The car. Worth it?
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
that was way cool. It was way windy and wet.
So windy and wet.
Nasty out.
Like hat hair for days. So good.
But we got some glacier water.
We do. Good to be back in the car. It's almost warm. So there you have it. My tutorial and experience on taking steel wool photography photos inside of a glacier. We got some really cool images from this trip, and if you want to see those, you can check them out on my Instagram. It's linked in the description. I think the pictures turned out really pretty good. There's more, but it was a blast. The experience was amazing. The trip in, the trip out were not so much fun, especially the trip out being that the wind was blowing 50 miles an hour in our faces with freezing cold rain the whole entire way for 3 miles out. But at least it was mostly downhill. We learned a lot. We had a blast. It was so much fun being in those ice caves, even though it was a little bit scary. I figured out if you set the aperture between f8 and f11, and then you set your shutter at about, for us, the sweet spot was about 6 to 8 seconds, and keep your ISO at 100, we got some really, really, really great images. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what you can do. You can hit like, you can subscribe to this channel, and let me know in the comments below what you think. I would really like to hear the craziest place that you've gone to take some video or to take a photo, and tell me about it in the comments below. I'd really like to hear that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I will see you again soon in the next video. This is what happens when there's an accident on a road up here. Everything stops.